Um, Hello. I just want to share something I've been meditating on. And that's this fact or the truth that we all have our own lanes to run in life. Every man has his own lane. Every lady, every person has their own lane to run. So you should never compare yourself with another person. Don't judge your life by another person's timeline. I can make an example that I think of, especially when I'm thinking of my music, how I got into music. When I was starting to play, all my friends, almost all, if not all, my friends or those I played music with were pastors' kids. Pastors' kids. They came from good churches that could afford good equipment, good keyboards. That's what I care about, of course. And I didn't have that. All I had was this organ thingy that my father bought for me when I was 4 years old or something, and that's what I've been playing as a kid, playing melodies and whatever. But I couldn't really play, so to say. But I had like a musical. My ear was already working. I could, you know, pitch. My pitch was already accurate. So and my time, I already knew pitch and time. I already knew some basic major seventh chords and stuff because I was doing music production before I started being a live musician. But the problem was my friends, when we would work together, but I felt this disconnect because it looked like they were progressing and I wasn't, because they had proper pianos sounds to work with. I had this organ sound which sounded loud and terrible to me at that time, and it wasn't what I really wanted. So then I struggled a lot to practice as I would have wanted. So I spent a lot of time complaining and thinking, looking down on myself, that God, why is it that, we're all gospel musicians here? Why is it that, just because I'm not a pastor's kid, my family can't afford to get me this keyboard that I want, or even a basic keyboard, like, not talking about those really cheap ones, like a decent one. So I couldn't afford it. So then I had to fend off with this organ. There were words that changed my life. And if one of them actually, he said to me, use what you have. So that's when I began now to maximize this organ. Like, I learned as much as I could. I stick to my major seventh, my major nines. Couldn't really play gospel. I used to play like neo soul kind of sound. What happened over time when we used to meet and I used to play with them, when I would get on their keyboards, I would be the one to play the neo soul, and they would be like, how do you get that? But that's what the only thing I was exposed to, the soul. That's the only chords I could actually play and hear and appreciate on my organ. Major sevenths, major nines, and that's how. So they began to look up to me for the neo soul and everything, and I kept going. Kept learning other things bit by bit. I was able to learn basic music theory with that organ. My major scales, minor scales, fingerings, and all those things. I learned the theory of the organ, so I was building that foundation from this organ. And at the end of the day, like I said, it equipped me for neo soul. Eventually I got to a church and I still equipped with these major sevens, major nines. It's all I have in my toolbox. Not used to playing major triads. Even today it's hard for me because I didn't start like that. So I got to the church, I started playing, and eventually, to make this video short, things filtered out, and today I'm still able to play soul probably better than they would, because of I stick in my lane and I maximize. So run in your own lane. Don't judge your life by another man's timeline.